We're just going to add just a little bit today because you took a quiz. We're going to add percent change. And so I'm going to write a little, some people can just look at it and figure it out. Most people cannot. So I'm just going to write a little formula here. Okay, I'm going to write what these mean. Okay, P is going to mean percent. So that's the percent change we're looking for. N is going to stand for the new number. This is an O with a line through it, so you don't think it's a 0. This is going to stand for the original number or the older number. Okay. So the actual problems are reduced down. The actual problems are reduced down to just the bare bones. But what we're working towards is to be able to get this out of a word problem. So we're going to keep it pretty simple like this, where the numbers are going to go from 90 to 110. And we're going to find the percent change. Okay? Just looking at it, do you think it's going to be an increase or a decrease? Increase. Okay, so just looking at it, we should know it's going to be an increase because it went up. So I just used this little formula. This is going to be my original number. This is going to be my new number. Okay, so I just put this in. And is that pretty much just a calculator at that point? Is that how stuff like this works? Yeah. It's the beauty of formulas. Okay. And so I'm getting the answer of, and I'm going to round it to 3 decimal places here. So I got P equals 0.222. Do we think that that's what I want for the final answer? Is that a percent? No. What does that equal? So that'd be 22.2%. And I'm going to go ahead and write increase, because that's what's important, right? Okay, in real life, we look at increases all the time. You know, we always worry about stuff like inflation. If we had an inflation of 2.2%, we would all be in trouble. We would all just be suffering, because that would mean that, like, if you're used to like spending like a dollar for how much do Cokes cost right now in the machines?
Like $1.75.
It's like $1.75. So this is how this would apply. So I want to charge you, make it 22.2% increase at $1.75 times 1.222. Let's see what the new price would be. So the new price would be $2.14. Would that make you mad? If just all of a sudden tomorrow your stuff was $2.14? Okay, that'd make a lot of people mad. But you know, how much do you think a car costs, a brand new car right now? It does depend what you get. So just give me a price and we'll go with it. $36,000. So let's see how how much the new car would cost if we had a 22% inflation. So just put that in the calculator and you tell me what you're going to get. What do we get?
$43,992.
So $43,992. That's a lot more money, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so 22% would be bad. Normally, like, 2 or 3% would be okay. So that's kind of how we use it. We're not using it today. We're just fighting it. But I just wanted to show you, like, what we do. Why did I put a 1 here when I multiplied? Instead of a 0? It's a 22% increase, but I basically put in 122%.
If you put a 0,
Okay. So this is just an increase, right? The 1 means that's the original cost, and then I put in the increase. That's how you would do it, right? Okay, let's look at another problem just so we can do this. And seriously, this is all it is today is this aspect. So let's see if we can get this one. 147 the price went from 147 to $50. Let's see, what is the change in this? What's the percent change? So the new price minus the original price over the original price. That's going to equal our stuff. All right. Looks like I got, what do we get?
0.6598. So
And so I'm going to have to round that to 0.65, I'm sorry, 0.660. Because we're going to just do 3 decimal places, and that 8 rounds up to 9, which bumps up here. So this 8 rounds up to 9, so the 9 becomes a 10. So that's why this is like this. All right, so I'm going to change this to percent because it doesn't make any sense to me right now. So this would be what? 66.0%? Increase or decrease? All right. Increase or it's a decrease. Notice I dropped the negative. Why did I drop the negative?
Because you were writing decrease.
Because I write the word decrease instead of have the negative.
Or could it be both, or just have this like cancel out?
Yeah, and what we're trying to do here is, since we're kind of converting from algebra into more of a statistics mindset, we're trying to communicate to somebody. And so instead of using symbols, we're going to use a word. Because in real language, you don't go up to somebody and go, you better pay me my money now because you have negative money. You don't say that, right? You say, you owe me money. But technically, if someone owes you money, they have negative money and you want it, right? That's how a bank works. And if you don't pay a bank, what do?
Come take your stuff.
They come take your stuff, right? But they don't talk about negatives and stuff like that. They say, you owe me. Okay. So that's that. I'm going to give you this worksheet. Let me turn this off because we don't need this on the record.